talking about another team that wears red that has been knocking off big team after big team after big team. We're now joined by Coach Jerry Prieto. Coach, we're just making this a tradition now because apparently it's a good luck charm when you come on Locker Talk Live, right?
Yeah, that's right, man. Whatever works, you know.
All right, Coach P, honestly, what is the bus ride home after y'all win that nail biter?
Yeah, it was, it was pretty wild. It was a heck of a celebration afterwards, kind of on the field. And actually, it was a fairly mellow bus ride home. The kids had just really laid it all out on the field, and they were pretty tired, actually. So the bus ride home was kind of mellow for a little bit, and then we had a big group of fans kind of ready to meet us as our buses came back into the parking lot. So that woke the kids back up again.
And Coach, the celebration was going on, and one thing I want to talk about is in the midst of all the celebration and stuff, there was a team on the losing side of this. It was Liberty Hill, and they were just broken and crushed that they had lost this game. And a couple of your players had gone over to a Liberty Hill player and was consoling him on the field after this. Instead of celebrating, they were over there consoling him. What does that tell you about the young men in your locker room, that they take that moment to go console another player that had just lost a game in that fashion?
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes for those kids and really for just our program in general. And that some of the things that we're trying to drive into these kids is hitting home, and really that core concept of family. And, even though we won, those kids, they understand all the sacrifice and everything that it takes to go into something, all the hard work. And so, they went over there, and our kids did the same thing after we played Huntsville. We won that game in overtime on the last second field goal. And they went over and consoled some kids too. It's just, we have good kids, really good kids, and they just do things right.
All right, next up is Aledo. But here's the thing: I think what's happening at Crosby. Who cares? Who do we have next? Okay, it doesn't matter, I guess, who it is. Y'all are not getting caught up in the moment with who you're playing, and that's obvious. But Aledo is Titletown. They're going for number 10. How are you keeping your guys focused and confident?
Yeah, it's just getting back to work. We got back to work yesterday and had a good practice, and just kind of trying to keep the same mindset we've kept, during this whole run. We need to get better as a football team this week and prepare as a football team this week to go win a game. And we can't get wrapped up in who we're playing or all the extra hoopla that goes in to playing for the state championship this week. We've got to really focus on the game plan and just taking this week to become better football players.
Have y'all just gotten used to the underdog role? Have y'all embraced that? Because I'm sure through the playoffs, like every game y'all have played, people have picked against you. They picked the other team because they're ranked in the state. They're picking Aledo. Do y'all just embrace that underdog role at this point? And how do you like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've embraced that pretty much the whole playoffs, and our kids really relish that role. They like that nobody really is picking us to win in any of these games, and even fewer people are picking us to beat Aledo. And it helps us, it gives us a little chip on our shoulder as we're preparing to go play these games.
All right, so you're in a situation, and I love I'm obsessed with Friday Night Lights. You're kind of in a Friday Night Lights town, small town. When y'all win, everybody's fired up. You're probably going to Whataburger and they're just throwing free cheeseburgers at you. But what's kind of the coolest experience that maybe you or your guys have had as y'all have been on this run, just as an outpouring from the community?
Yeah, it's just everything from the community. We've had a bunch of people, step up and sponsor a whole bunch of stuff for us as this run has gone on, and just, putting signs up around the town and different letters and phone calls of congratulations, but just to see the community come back together again. I mentioned this kind of at a pep rally the other night. Unfortunately, in this country, there's a lot of dysfunction going on right now. But for us and our community and our football team, during this time, we've been able to come together, and the community's been able to rally around something that's given them a lot of hope. And it's been pretty special to be a part of so far.
We mentioned this last week, and I talked to you about it after the game on Friday night. This is the first Crosby team to play for a state championship since 1960. Have you heard from any of the former players or coach or anybody from that 60 team, recently since y'all have gotten back, are going to state now?
Just gotten some messages of congratulations and some messages of we hope you can finish this off for us once and for all.
Coach, I mean, high school coaches, pro coaches, you're always trying to improve your coaching. Okay. What would you say your philosophy is? Or who do you read? Like, I know these coaches have, these inspirational and great messages, but who do you follow on like a podcast or read to improve what you're doing as a coach?
Yeah, most definitely. That's the main thing. You've always, and you try to hit home on that with the kids, like there's never a moment where you're ever going to arrive, in this world. If you think you get to the top and you stop trying to improve yourself, you're going to have a hard fall right after that. It's a, 24/7, 365 grind. And I've had some good guys that I've worked for. The last two coaches that I worked for are two really good friends of mine, Dave Raffield and Cody Semper. I read, quite a bit. I read some John Gordon books, Tony Dungy's book. I read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. Unbroken's one of my favorite books. I've never even seen the movie. I've just read the book. And so, you're always looking for ways of, to keep yourself grounded and to improve yourself. I have a pretty good devotional that I've been doing from Tony Dungy that's helped a little bit.
Well, that's great, Coach. Great to always look to those guys. I love Tony Dungy. I think his message is always great. Everything that he's done in his career. Now let's talk about the game. Now this is the big one. State championship on the line. You're facing Aledo, JoJo Earl, everything that they're going to bring. What are some, without giving it away, what are some keys to victory on Friday for Crosby to lift that first state championship in program history?
Yeah, they have, not just JoJo, but they have a lot of really good playmakers. So defensively, we're definitely going to have to, limit the big plays. They're going to make some plays. There's just no way around it. But we've just got to limit the big plays, try to create some turnovers, and get some extra possessions offensively. We're going to have to make some big plays. We're going to have to try to win some matchups. We're going to have to take care of the ball and limit our penalties. And just try to play as clean a football game as we can.
Well, Coach, man, we've loved watching this run. Get back at it. I know y'all are thinking, hey, you got to have the VYPE 15 minutes in the calendar every week now. Yes, but congrats to you guys, right. And we're rooting for y'all to bring home a state championship for the community of Crosby. Again, thank you for your time, and hey, let's go Code Red, man. Code Red. This is the week.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having us. And like I said, hopefully we can get one more.
All right, man. We'll see you on the other side.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Hey, if you love that video, go like it, comment, and also spike it, the subscribe button, to follow all of our videos on our YouTube channel, to keep up with all of the great content we're pushing out on a daily basis.